Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll be discussing another OP topic called polymorphism. So what is polymorphism? So let me go to our code editor and try to understand there. So guys, you can see polymorphism is nothing but polymorphism refers to having multiple form. Polymorphism is a programming term that refers to use of the same function name but with a different signature. Okay. So inside polymorphism, actually we are having three kinds of concept like method overriding, method overloading, and operator overloading. Okay, so method overriding we already saw. I think I already created one video on top of method overriding. That means inside method overriding, what happens? Let's say if your child class is having the method, or let's say that constructor, first of all, it will give the priority to that. Okay, otherwise it will go to the parent class, then it will give the priority to the parent class constructor or let's say the method. Okay, this is called actually method overriding. Even I already showed one example. Now in this video, I'll try to show what is method overloading and operator overloading. Okay, and this definition would be also clear. Okay, what I'm trying to say. See, here I have taken a class called shape, and inside this class actually I have taken two functions. One is area. Again, I have taken another function called area. That means with the same name, I have taken two different functions. But if you see them carefully, so this function works in a different way. So the first function will calculate the radius, okay? And the second function will try to do the multiplication of A and B. That means now I think this definition is clear. Polymorphism refers to having a multiple form. That means you are having multiple form of a function. Polymorphism is a programming term that refers to use of the same function name. Okay, you can see same function name, but with a different signature. So here the function working mechanism is a different. Okay, this is the idea. Now based on the input, actually it will decide whether it has to run this function or this function. Now whenever I'm giving only one input, that means radius, so which function will be executed? This function will be executed. And if I'm giving two input, that means A and B, that means this function will be executed. But unfortunately inside Python, actually you don't have this particular concept called polymorphism, but in other programming language actually it is having. Okay, like in Java programming language, we have this particular concept polymorphism. See, if I execute the code right now, see what will happen. So let's say I will first of all try to calculate the radius. Okay, I'll give 2 here. Now see, if I execute the program, so it will throw me one error. See, it is throwing me one error. Shape area missing one positional argument B. That means what is happening? Instead of running this function, it is running this particular function. That means this particular method. Okay, but although it should run this method because I have given only one input, but it's not running. Why? Because I told you in Python actually this concept is not available. So in Python, if you want to handle this kinds of situations, so I'll tell you one technique actually you can use, but directly you can't use the polymorphism concept inside Python, but in other programming language it is possible. Okay, now see, I can access the second function. So if I give two input, let's say 2, 3, now see, it will work. It will give me 6. Okay, so if I just multiply 2 multiplied by 3, it will give me 6. Okay, now I think it is clear. Now if I want to handle the situation in Python, what I can do like that. See, instead of taking two different functions, I'll take only one function called area, and I will give all the input, let's say radius, L and B. Okay, now here I'll just write one condition. If my B is equal to none, that means if you're not giving any kinds of B value, that means you want to calculate the radius. So here I'm returning the radius calculation. Otherwise I want to perform L multiplied by B. Okay, now here I've defined the object. So to understand it, I can just write a print function here. So it is for radius and it is for multiply. Now see, instead of giving like that, I can just define the variable name. Let's say I'll give radius is equal to, let's say 8. Let's say radius is equal to 8. Then I will give, let's say L is equal to none and B is equal to also none. Now if I execute the program, see, it is calculating the radius. Now if I'm giving, let's say L is equal to 45 and B is equal to, let's say 3. Now it will calculate my multiply. Okay, so that's how actually we can handle this particular situation inside Python. Okay, I hope you cleared. Now you can ask me why it is required, because see, sometimes if you are writing code and if you want to perform the same operation again and again, see here I'm calculating the area of let's say area of circle, area of let's say rectangle, and so on, right? Instead of writing different method for this, I can only create one method and I can write this condition. Okay, if my let's say B value is none, so I will return the radius, otherwise I'll return the area of rectangle. Okay, that's how actually you can handle the situation. Okay, this is the idea. Now let me discuss what is operator overloading. See, operator overloading means the same operator you are using for multiple actually tasks. Let me show you. So if I'm giving one example of the plus operator, let's say I'm writing hello, then again I'm writing plus hello. Okay, hello. See, whenever I'm using plus with string, it will do the concatenation. You can see it will do the concatenation, right? But whenever I'm using with integer, so it will give me the addition, okay, addition of this particular two number. But whenever I'm using with the list, okay, let's say 1 2 3, now see if I execute again, what it will do the concatenation operation. Okay, so this is the idea. That means the same operator you are using, but it is working in a different form with different data type. Okay, so this is again called polymorphism. Okay, polymorphism inside OOP. But again, I'm telling you, polymorphism is not a concept inside Python. We can somehow manage the situation with the help of some condition, but in other programming language, you can use this particular concept. Okay, so that is what I just wanted to let you know, because in interview, if someone asks you this particular question, so that you will have the answer. Okay, and you can give the answer properly. So yes, this is all about from this video. I hope you like it. Thank you so much.